China's insanely large megaprojects. China has the highest population and is the third largest country in terms of area in the globe. One of the world's earliest civilizations with a distinctive and advanced culture is found there. Its economy has grown at a record-breaking rate to become the second largest in the world, and there are countless attractions for travelers to experience there. In an effort to stabilize its economy, did you know China is relying more and more on state-led investment? It is betting that large-scale infrastructure projects would boost local commerce and generate jobs. To encourage investment and assist the economy, China's finance ministry said in late December that it had provided local governments an early allocation of 1.46 trillion yuan, $229 billion. Beijing's 2021-25 growth plan also includes 102 megaprojects, some of which will be front-loaded. In certain circles, however, infrastructure expenditure is viewed with mistrust because of concerns that credit-fueled investment may burden the nation with unmanageable levels of municipal debt. Let's first get some information about this nation called China before we delve further. 1. China has the world's greatest population. More than 1.4 billion people live in China. In China, there are 153 people per square kilometer of land, 396 per square mile. China's median age is 38.4 years old. In urban regions, 60.8% of the population resides. Learn more about the population of China. 2. There are 56 recognized ethnic groups in China. The Han make up over 91% of the total population, making them the largest group. Yuan, Manchu, Hui, and Miao have the greatest populations out of the 55 minority groups. The majority of minority groups have unique cultures of their own. Some of them have their own writing system and language. Study up on the many ethnic groups in China. 3. In China, there are around 35 million cave dwellers. They primarily reside in Shaanxi province. It is a prehistoric architectural style unique to China. Because they are simpler to heat in the winter and cool in the summer, underground and cave dwellings are valued in some parts of northern China. 4. The only pictographic writing system still in use is Chinese. Chinese is sometimes regarded as the most widely spoken and most challenging first language in the world. A paradise and para eagle a record. A record the one line, however, there are a variety of dialects, including some places have their own unique languages while others speak a variety of Mandarin. For instance, Guangdong, Guangxi, Hong Kong, and Macau all speak Cantonese. People in the Jiangsu, Zhejiang, and Shanghai areas speak Wu. These dialects can differ greatly from Mandarin. 5. There are numerous religions in China. Atheism, ancestor worship, Buddhism, Taoism, Islam, and Christianity are among the country's four major religions, yet there is no single religion that all Chinese adhere to. Learn more about the religions of China. 6. The Chinese economy is rapidly expanding. Over the course of more than 30 years, China's economy grew at a rate of almost 10% annually, making it the fastest in the world. It has the second largest economy in the world as of 2020, with a $15.8 trillion GDP. The phrase factory of the globe refers to China. It is the biggest producer of toys, steel, textiles, fertilizer, and concrete in the entire world. 8. Every 5 days, China puts up a new skyscraper. According to the information that has been published, China is currently building more than 200 buildings that are over 150 meters tall. China intends to construct more than 800 skyscrapers during the next 5 years. More than 1,500 new structures taller than 150 meters are anticipated to be constructed in Chinese cities by the year 2030. 9. The world can be circled 3 times by Chinese railway lines. With a network length of nearly 38,000 kilometers, 24,000 miles, as of the end of 2020, China possesses the world's longest high-speed rail system. China's railway network is the second longest in the world, with a total length of more than 146,000 kilometers, 90,000 miles. 10. The longest sea-crossing bridge in the world is in China. The longest sea-crossing bridge in the world is the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge. The bridge is 55 kilometers, 34 miles long in total, including the 6.7 kilometer, 4.2 mile tunnel. With all the fascinating information about this nation, it is clear how remarkable and strong they are, particularly in terms of their economy. It is indeed undoubtedly that they can come up with great plans and great projects. 1. Sichuan-Tibet Railway. After a connection with Shanghai was established in 2006, the Sichuan-Tibet Railway serves as the second rail route connecting Tibet and the hinterland provinces. The project would link Lhasa, the capital of the autonomous region of Tibet, with Chengdu, the capital of Sichuan province. It is regarded as the top priority for China's railway construction after obtaining support from President Xi Jinping and being classified by the state-owned China Railway Group as a significant strategic project. By 2025, China will have expanded its high-speed rail network by 12,000 kilometers. At a cost of 319.8 billion yuan, $50.6 billion US dollars, construction on the project project is scheduled to begin at the end of 2020 and be finished by 2026. The remaining 1,011 kilometers will be constructed utilizing tunnels and bridges and will cross regions with a maximum elevation of more than 9,000 feet. 2. South-North Water Transfer Project. Since the early 1950s, there has been discussion about China's ambitious ambition to move several billion cubic meters of water each year from the southern Yangtze River to the northern areas via 3 canals. Although the government has not disclosed the precise sum it is contributing to the project, earlier market projections put it at about 500 billion yuan. Jiangsu, Shandong, and Hebei provinces are traversed by the Eastern Canal, which travels in the same general direction as the famed Grand Canal. The Western Canal begins at 3 Yangtze River tributaries close to the Bayanhar Mountains and travels 1,432 kilometers (km) through the provinces of Qinghai, Gansu, Shaanxi, Inner Mongolia, and Ningxia until ending at Danjiangkou Reservoir in Hubei's Central Province. In 2002, China approved the building of the Eastern Route and Phase 1 of the Central Route, and by the end of 2016, 94.2% had been finished. In 2021, a total of 9.7 billion cubic meters (2.1 trillion gallons) of water were diverted, which is the same as 3.2 million Olympic swimming pools. According to the Ministry of Water Resources, since the Eastern Route's opening earlier that year, approximately 49.9 billion cubic meters of water have been diverted. Resettling locals is a major obstacle for the project, as well as worries about investment, evaporation, and environmental harm. According to government data, roughly 330,000 people who lived close to the Danjiangkou Reservoir and along the core route had to relocate. In May, she toured the core route and attended a symposium where he claimed that the project was necessary in order to satisfy both human needs and ecological sustainability and safety. According to Minister of Water Resources Li Guoying, who spoke at the 2022 Annual Work Conference in January, authorities will move forward with follow-up projects along the eastern and central canals while also starting the early stages of work for the western route. 3. Yantai-Dalian Undersea Tunnel. More than twice as long as the Channel Tunnel connecting England and France, the proposed tunnel would run through the Bohai Sea for around 90 kilometers between the eastern city of Yantai and the northern city of Dalian. Train travel could be reduced from 10 hours to 1 hour, eliminating the need for an 8-hour boat. In May 2019, construction proposals were submitted to China's main economic planning body, the National Development and Reform Commission (NDRC), for approval. However, no further decision has been made public. There are indications that the project might be progressing, though. For instance, Yantai City's Panglai District's high-speed railway station has made arrangements for cross-Bohai links. And it doesn't stop there. 4. Yarlung Zangbo River Dam. Yan Jiong, chairman of the state-owned Power Construction Corporation of China, announced the construction of a hydropower dam on the lower levels of the Yarlung Zangbo River, also known as the Brahmaputra River, in India, in November 2020. The planet, and China will begin hydropower development on the lower portions of the river, according to the NDRC's 2021-25 National Development Plan. After hydropower plants Zhangmu and Jiacha went into service, Tibetan authorities are pushing for construction of the Daegu station, which is located halfway along the Yarlung Zangbo River. Even though the project is still in its early stages, it has caused great alarm in countries downriver, especially India, which fears that China may use water resources as a weapon. And lastly, 5. Taiwan Strait Tunnel Project. The Beijing-Taipei Expressway, if finished, would link Taiwan to the mainland. The tunnel was proposed as part of this project. It was subsequently incorporated into China's plan for railroad development. The State Council's 2021-35 Transport Network Development Plan, which was published in February 2021, included the high-speed rail segment between Fuzhou and Taipei as well. Taiwan, which Beijing views as a breakaway province that must be unified, if necessary by force, is manifestly uninterested in the initiative, despite the euphoria on the mainland. Since tensions across the Taiwan Strait have increased over the past 2 years, it is largely seen to be a component of Beijing's unification agenda. In November, a song titled "Going to Taiwan" by high-speed train became popular on Douyin, the Chinese version of TikTok. How fascinating this subject is, then. There is no doubt that it provides something worthwhile. I hope you learned and discovered another fun and amazing ideas. Thank you for being with us. Until our next episode.